Namaskar, my dear friends. I am back again. Today's episode, I am going to talk about the things that I add to my sadhana. I'm not sure if you guys also have the Sadhguru app, but I do. And I literally start my day with the Start Your Day button on the Sadhguru app. So the Start Your Day part of the app is basically the first thing that you see when you open the app. There's the button that says Start Your Day right below the quote of the day that Sadhguru has. So right after I get up, on my right side, I prepare my yoga mat, I light up my puja space, and I sit for a while on my yoga mat and start my day with the steps for a big day. Actually, even before that, I am part of the Yoga Rudra group on WhatsApp. One of my friends that I met from our Kailash Yatra added me to the group, and I have been on that group for ever since then, which is probably a couple of years ago. So I read that and then I start my day. I really love the recommendations on the app because I used to go on YouTube and watch videos of Sadhguru, and sometimes the content gets repeated and the videos tend to be really long. But I like this part of the app because it's an abridged version. Like, it cuts down and dives right into the meat and potatoes. Well, the legumes, lentils, and vegetarian protein and potatoes into the matter. So there are 3 things that I have started to incorporate in my sadhana. So before I start my sadhana, actually when I remember, to be honest, before I close my blinds, I look at the sky to acknowledge the Akashic space that has held me in place, and bow to the sky and thank the sky, the space, for allowing me to be here, right now, at this time. And I try to do that 3 times a day, before the sun rises, what after the sun rises past 30 degrees, and after the sun sets. Sometimes I forget, to be honest. I'm not perfect, but I have tried to incorporate that in my sadhana steps. Ooh, another thing that I've added is the 21 squats a day. So right in the middle of my sadhana, just before the Surya Shakti and Surya Kriya preparations, I do 21 squats with my legs together. It was interesting because the first time I did it with legs together was so difficult. I could do it now better than I did before. The only thing is I couldn't have my soles flat on the ground when I squat. It's still kind of up the heel portion, so I tiptoe when I squat. But the goal is for me to be able to squat with my soles flat on the ground. Work in progress. The third thing that I've added to my sadhana list is drinking warm water. I have drank iced water before, almost every day. I put some cubes of ice in my cup of water, and that was my water for the whole day. And what Sadhguru said is not necessarily conducive for my body, so I have to be cognizant that I have to consume warm water. If it's not warm water, at least room temperature water. But, I'm not necessarily perfect. When I do yard work outside, it's really hot, I come in and actually crave for some cold water. And I know that's probably not so good for my system, but I'm just letting you guys know not to do what I do. And if we go through all the lists of a small step for a big day, okay, here we go. Let's open the app. If you scroll down just a little bit, you can't find it there. So I think you have to go to Explore, and right there, after the recommendations, there's the practices and small steps for a big day. See all. Wake up before sunrise. I usually do because I really need to finish all my sadhana before my daughter wakes up, because when she wakes up and I need to attend to her, that's it. I won't necessarily have time for sadhana. So before sunrise, sadhana. Energize your water with a Jivrasam. I do that. I have a small copper vessel. It's probably 2 liters with a Jivrasam inside. And all the water from our RO system goes to that jar before I consume it or my daughter consume it. Cooking water too is from the copper vessel. Or at least I try my very best. Squat down, which I started doing. Next, wear organic clothes. I usually wear a lot of cotton clothes, but during cooler seasons, like right now, I'm wearing a white, it's probably microfiber polyester, because what I realize is cotton tends to be really, really cold in the cooler season. So yeah, do you guys have any recommendation for organic cold weather wear? Let me know. Next is add millets to your diet. I have actually struggled to find good quality millets here in Florida. I think I'm gonna find some in Amazon, but then the struggle will be how to cook millets. I still need to learn and figure it out. I think I just need to start somewhere, do a cooking experiment, and adjust. But first, acquire some millet. Drink water with your hands. Oh, this is kind of difficult. I have not done that. Though I do that when I was younger, like drinking water from the pump from a deep water well. That water was so sweet. The times where the world was still not so polluted, drinking from my hands was amazing. Eat a vegetarian dish. I usually eat vegetarian dishes. I think sometimes I can't get away with eating some dishes that may have touched some meat, juices, or meat products when I'm out in a restaurant because, you know, we really don't know how they prepare things. I think the last time I ate something a little bit similar was the mashed potatoes. They put a little gravy in, and I think the gravy was from actually made out of beef stock. But I think I don't give myself so much of a hard time for being so strict as I am trying to be really considerate with the people around me too. So yes. Light an oil lamp before sleep. You know what, when I was in Korea, I usually light an oil lamp before I go to bed, and it'd be on for probably 4 hours before it dies down. But here it's just difficult because I have to sleep with my daughter, and having that on makes her not sleep in the night. I don't know, I probably need to re-engage with her and see how she feels about a lamp at night. We'll see. Eat your food outdoors. I usually eat with my family, and having to encourage them to eat outside is a process. So we just eat indoors. Take a cold shower before sadhana. Ooh, this is really difficult. I haven't done this too much. I probably did it once or twice, but it's too cold. I need to train myself. Expose yourself to the sun. I love actually soaking myself to the sun. I think I get an ample dose of sunlight throughout the day, so I think I'm gonna check on that. Sit still with eyes open. I wouldn't say I have done this intentionally. I think I need to in the future. We'll see. Feel your food before eating. God, I probably need to be really conscious before I eat. Because once the food is in front of me, I appreciate it so much and I just eat. I should take a pause. Don't sleep with your head facing to the north. All our beds are arranged where our heads are facing southeast. So that's good. Create a geometric form. I think I don't have the resources yet to have this started. Maybe this is something I would want to do when I have a space all to myself where no one has to tell me what to do. And no one has to be bothered with the things that I am doing. So maybe a little bit lower on the list. Sit still with spine erect. I think I have an ample time doing this during my sadhana or just sitting in general. I usually have my legs crossed with my spine erect. Sit in front of a plant or tree. I think I have done this. I don't necessarily do this every day, but I have tried it and it's actually really peaceful. I feel like I am connected with a tree, with the plants around me when I do so, sit on the ground. It's not necessarily a communication of words, but it really feels so much deeper of a connection. Maybe an energy connection. I don't know how to explain it, but definitely a connection. Do try it. Pay attention to yourself. I love doing this when I'm alone at home and nobody's here with me, like right now. Because it is very therapeutic and it tends to calm myself down a lot. So when I have time to, I do so. Eat food with your hands. I have done so. Not regularly. Room for improvement. Consume ghee before a meal. So I just bought jars of ghee. I think it's called 4th generation. I'm not too sure. But it's like from grass-fed cow, etc., etc. I'm not sure what the recommendation is for the type of ghee that I should purchase. But this is what I got. And I am ready to start. So fruits and vegetable in vibhuti and turmeric. I don't have enough vibhuti to make this happen. I only have a small vessel of vibhuti and I want to keep that for smearing myself. So yes, hold on to pleasant experiences. I think I really enjoy doing this. It's like daydreaming and just sit there with my daydream and happy thoughts, holding on to pleasant experiences. Bring natural foods in your diet. I try to, as I usually just shop around the perimeter of a grocery store. And that's, I think, how I make sure I eat natural foods, as well as my family. Eat 3 morsels less? Maybe not consciously, but I think I am. Though I can't really put myself on the check mark because I don't do it intentionally. More to follow. Look at everything lovingly. I feel like my natural state is loving and happy and blissful. And when I see something, especially my surroundings, It's just sweetness all around. So yeah, eat a variety of vegetarian food. I do try to rotate my dishes throughout the week, and I experiment new dishes with new dishes. Eat water-rich foods, watermelon. Drink warm water. Yep, I'm working on that. Walk barefoot. Oh, I love walking barefoot in our garden. Eat fresh food. I usually try to be conscious of eating my meal within an hour and a half after I cooked it. I try my best. Store water in copper vessel, which I do. Wake up with a smile. I don't consciously do it, but I think I do. Take a shower before sleep, which I do. Sit cross-legged while eating. I do. Actually, I sit cross-legged on my dining room chair and I eat that way. Eat local food. I don't know. This is kind of difficult. I don't know where the farmer's market is here. And I have been eating a lot of kiwi from New Zealand. Put your hands in the soil. I garden. Leave 6 to 8 hours between meals. Right now, I've only been eating 2 times a day, so I think that's good enough. So I usually eat at 10. My next meal is at 3 or 4. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 or 6. Sit on earth. I will do so when I meditate right next to a tree. Get up on your right side, which I do. Eat 2 meals a day. Yes. Consume triphala. Is that how you say it? Consume triphala. Triphala? Triphala. So I need to look into this because I don't necessarily know what it is yet. So yes, again, more to follow. Consume neem and turmeric, I usually do before I start my sadhana. I think there's a lot of things I do before I start my sadhana. Maybe it's already part of the sadhana process. Rekindle your inner fire? I need to work on that. Breathe right? I need to work on that too. But I think I do. But still, consciously, I need to work on that. Drink water with reverence. Wait 2 minutes before I eat. When I remember, I do. Don't talk while eating. It's hard in a table where family is. So I usually have my mouth closed. But when my daughter talks to me, I usually respond to her. Consume honey in warm water. I used to do this every day when I was in Korea. I think now not so. From time to time I do. But yes. Chew your food well. I don't do it consciously. I hope I do. And apply sacred ash. I do my kumkum, vibhuti, 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 and vibhuti. So that's it, you guys. Those are all the small steps before you start your big day. And I appreciate the Sadhguru app so much as it helps me keep track of my sadhana. It's a great way to start your day. It's a great way to start my day. And I appreciate the team that has put this together, and of course our Guru for making this happen for all of us. Namaskar. Again, thank you all for watching episodes in my channel. Thank you all for sharing and you know, I just appreciate all your guys' feedback and everything that you guys do for our community of seekers. Yes, until next time, you guys. Bye. Mwah.